It's a moment that can send a shiver of panic down your spine. You're in the shower, enjoying the warm water, and as you rinse the shampoo from your hair, you notice it. A clump of hair, much larger than usual, is tangled in your fingers or circling the drain. Or maybe you see it later, a startling amount of strands left behind on your hairbrush. This experience is incredibly common, and the first thoughts that race through your mind are often filled with worry and confusion. You might ask yourself, what's happening to me? Am I getting sick? Is this permanent? The sight of unexpected hair loss can be deeply unsettling, making you feel powerless and anxious about what the future holds for your appearance and your health. For so many people, this discovery kicks off a frantic search for answers. You start paying closer attention to every little detail. You might change your shampoo, convinced the product is to blame. You might start examining your diet, wondering if you're missing a key nutrient. The internet becomes your late-night companion as you type in desperate search queries, looking for a miracle cure or a simple explanation. This journey can be isolating, as you might feel embarrassed to talk about it with friends or family. The emotional toll is real. Your confidence can take a hit, and every glance in the mirror can become a source of stress, scrutinizing your hairline for any sign of thinning. This very real fear is something I hear about all the time from viewers and patients. They come to me with plastic bags containing the hair they've collected, their faces etched with concern. They've tried everything they can think of, from expensive salon treatments to homemade remedies found online, but the shedding continues. They feel like they are fighting a losing battle against an invisible enemy. The frustration is palpable because hair is so closely tied to our identity and how we present ourselves to the world. When you start losing it without understanding why, it feels like you are losing a part of yourself. And that is a deeply distressing feeling for anyone to go through. But what if I told you that the cause of your hair loss might not be what you're lacking, but what you're taking in excess? It's a surprising twist that many people never consider. In our quest to be healthier, we often embrace vitamins and supplements, believing that more is always better. We think we are doing the right thing for our bodies, loading up on nutrients to boost our energy, strengthen our immune systems, and yes, even improve our hair. The idea that one of these healthy habits could be the very thing causing the problem is a paradox, but it's a critical piece of the puzzle that we need to explore together. You might be closer to the solution than you think. We all know that vitamins are the building blocks of good health. They are essential micronutrients that our bodies need to function correctly, from converting food into energy to repairing cellular damage. Think of them as the spark plugs for your body's engine. Vitamin C helps your immune system, vitamin D strengthens your bones, and B vitamins are crucial for your energy levels. In a perfect world, we would get all the vitamins we need from a balanced, colorful diet full of fruits, vegetables, and lean proteins. However, in our busy modern lives, many of us turn to supplements to fill in the nutritional gaps and give our bodies an extra boost. This is where the paradox comes into play. While getting enough vitamins is vital, a dangerous misconception has taken hold: the idea that if some is good, more must be better. This is especially true for fat-soluble vitamins, which include vitamins A, D, E, and K. Unlike water-soluble vitamins, like B and C, which your body flushes out if you take too much, fat-soluble vitamins get stored in your liver and body fat. Over time, taking excessive amounts through high-dose supplements can lead to a toxic buildup, a condition known as hypervitaminosis. This toxic overload can cause a wide range of serious health problems, from nausea and dizziness to liver damage and, surprisingly, hair loss. Let's focus on vitamin A. This nutrient is a powerhouse, famous for its role in maintaining healthy vision, supporting your immune system, and ensuring proper cell growth. It's found in foods like carrots, sweet potatoes, spinach, and liver. Because of its benefits for cell growth, many people assume it must be fantastic for hair growth, and some beauty supplements even market it for that very purpose. However, your body is a system of delicate balances. When you flood that system with far more vitamin A than it can handle, you disrupt the natural, finely tuned processes that keep your body running smoothly, including the intricate cycle of hair growth. The problem often arises from a well-intentioned but misguided effort to supercharge one's health. You might be taking a daily multivitamin, plus a separate high-potency vitamin A supplement for your skin or eyes, and perhaps even drinking fortified shakes or eating fortified cereals. Without realizing it, you could be consuming several times the recommended daily amount. This slow, steady accumulation of excess vitamin A can push your body into a state of toxicity. The very thing you are taking to improve your health could be silently undermining it, with hair shedding being one of the most visible and alarming warning signs that something is wrong. So, how exactly does an overdose of vitamin A lead to your hair falling out? The answer lies in understanding the natural life cycle of your hair. Each hair on your head goes through a three-phase cycle: a growth phase, called anagen, a transitional phase known as catagen, and a resting phase, which is telogen. At any given time, about 85 to 90% of your hair is actively growing. After several years in the growth phase, the hair follicle enters the short transitional phase before finally moving into the resting phase. During this telogen phase, the hair stops growing and rests for a few months before it is naturally shed, allowing a new hair to grow in its place. When you consume toxic levels of vitamin A, it throws this entire cycle into chaos. Researchers have discovered that excessive vitamin A overstimulates your hair follicles, causing them to speed through the growth phase and prematurely enter the resting or telogen phase. Instead of a small, manageable number of hairs entering this shedding phase each day, a massive number of follicles are pushed into it all at once. This condition is known as telogen effluvium. It's not that your hair follicles are damaged or dead. They've simply been given a powerful disruptive signal to shut down and shed far ahead of schedule. This is why the hair loss associated with vitamin A toxicity can seem so sudden and dramatic. You'll notice a diffuse thinning all over your scalp, rather than bald patches a doctor might associate with other conditions. You're not just losing the normal 50 to 100 hairs per day, you could be shedding 300 or more. This accelerated shedding continues as long as the high levels of vitamin A remain in your system, constantly disrupting the growth cycle. It's a classic example of too much of a good thing turning bad, short-circuiting the very biological processes that vitamin A is supposed to support when present in normal, healthy amounts. It's important to know that many other factors can also trigger telogen effluvium, which is why it can be so hard to pinpoint the cause on your own. Major life stressors like surgery, a severe illness, childbirth, or significant emotional trauma can all push hair into the shedding phase. Nutritional deficiencies and certain medications can also be culprits. However, if you've been diligently taking supplements and notice this kind of diffuse hair loss, it is absolutely crucial to consider hypervitaminosis A as a potential cause. The good news is that once the trigger is removed, this type of hair loss is often reversible. If you suspect that your supplement routine might be the cause of your hair loss, it's time to create a simple, clear action plan. The first step is to know the numbers. The recommended daily allowance for vitamin A for most adults is 900 micrograms for men and 700 micrograms for women. The tolerable upper intake level is set at 3,000 micrograms. Now go to your medicine cabinet and read the labels on your supplements. You might be shocked to find that some single-dose supplements contain 3,000 micrograms or even more, putting you at the upper limit or beyond with just one pill, not even counting the vitamin A you get from your food. The next critical step is to talk to your doctor. Do not make drastic changes on your own. Schedule an appointment and bring all of your supplement bottles with you. Be honest about everything you are taking, including multivitamins, single nutrient pills, powders, and fortified drinks. Your doctor can assess your symptoms, review your total intake, and may order a simple blood test to check the level of vitamin A in your system. This will provide a definitive answer and rule out other potential causes of hair loss, such as thyroid issues, anemia, or hormonal imbalances. This professional guidance is your safest and most effective path forward. If your doctor confirms that excess vitamin A is the likely culprit, the primary treatment is straightforward. Stop taking the high-dose supplements. Once you remove the source of the toxicity, your body can begin to process and eliminate the stored excess. Because vitamin A is fat-soluble, this can take some time, but you should see the excessive shedding slow down and eventually stop within a few months. As your body rebalances, your hair follicles can exit the prolonged resting phase and re-enter the normal growth cycle. It requires patience, but in most cases, your hair will gradually return to its former thickness and health. Remember, you are your own best health advocate. This situation is a powerful reminder to always be a savvy consumer. Don't be swayed by marketing claims on a bottle. turn it over and read the nutrition facts panel. Question whether you truly need high-dose supplements, especially if you eat a reasonably balanced diet. Your body has an amazing capacity to heal, but it relies on you to provide it with the right tools in the right amounts. Don't panic. Empower yourself with knowledge, partner with your doctor, and take these simple, logical steps to get your health and your hair back on track.